Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. Glad to have you guys join me tonight. We are going to chat organization. We're going to go wherever you want us to with questions, but hopefully we'll get wherever we need to go. So to get us started, y'all can enter questions down in the chat box that is in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. You can ask away. Other folks will answer your questions in the chat window sometimes before I get there, but I'll see them and then be able to answer them as well. So it's a pretty simple process, not that tricky, but it's makes for a fun night. And again, I'm okay with whatever you want to ask. So if it's not coupon organization, that is okay by me. It actually makes it more fun for us to be kind of all over the board and helps out a lot of other folks too. So ask away and whatever you'd like. Thanks. It's good to switch your earrings up every now and then. I'm glad that you noticed, Tawana. I usually don't ever take out my earrings or change them, but today I was feeling a little on the unique side. So with organization, we're going to start at the basics. I'm tearing open my inserts from the mail now because I don't get a newspaper, and we've kind of covered that in previous sessions, but you want to get the Sunday coupon inserts from your local paper or from the biggest city that's available to you. For me, my local paper would be out of Columbia, South Carolina, which is fine, except that we live a little bit outside of the city and we have trouble getting it on a regular basis. So we've tried to get subscriptions. Sometimes they're in our driveway, sometimes they're not in our driveway, and I kind of gave up with that. So for me, I order my inserts online, and I'll just go ahead and put in the website again where I order them. But it's SundayCouponInserts.com, and anybody can order from them. Oh, I put in an enter, so it got all messed up. But you get the point. Add an M at the end of that. It's .com, not .co. SundayCouponInserts.com. They're out of South Florida for me. And they even say what paper. So all my smart sources are from the Tampa Go that covers various cities in Tampa. And then Red Plums actually aren't in South Florida. So my Red Plums are actually from the Atlanta Journal. And it's fine with me. I don't really care where they're from. I get good coupons. I actually get better coupons than were in my local paper. So if you are curious and you want to look into it, it doesn't hurt at least. And for this, just so you kind of see what we have, I get one of each insert that came in the paper. So in this particular week that I just opened, keep in mind I'm a little bit behind. I actually haven't had a couponing trip in a couple of weeks, but I've been open with that. I've shared that with you guys on the site. We haven't left the house having a newborn. So these are from May 17th that I just opened. There were 3 inserts that week. So getting a subscription, I'll see if I can show these to you. I have all 3 inserts, and I have a standing subscription for 4 sets. So there's 4 of each one of these, as if I had purchased 4 papers. They all come in my mail. They come every Monday in the mail. So I don't have to run out and get the Sunday paper. I just get it in the mailbox on Monday from another city. And for me, it's the same price as getting a Sunday paper locally or getting 4 Sunday papers locally. Now, why I'm sharing all of that is that with coupon organization, we want to start here. So you have to get the Sunday paper, and you have 3 options really in my book, or you can blend between the 3 options of how you're going to organize these guys. Option number 1 is what I do. It's the least amount of time required. So if you're brand new and you don't want to go in this whole like 7-hour a week ordeal, you don't have to. Option number 1 is that you take these inserts, look at the spine, and you see the little writing on the spine, and on that will be a date. Find the date that's on there and write that on the front really big. So these are from the May 17th paper. I'm going to write 5/17. Whoop. There you go, really huge on the front. All of these, once they're all labeled with their dates, are gonna go into an accordion file folder or a hanging file folder by date. So everything from 5/17 is going in one week, everything from the next Sunday right behind that, so on and so forth. And then when I pull my shopping list from Southern Savers and I see dollar or 50 cents off wonderful pistachios, which is the front coupon, it's going to say SS 517, and that's telling me it was in the Smart Source insert on May 17th. I need to go, I need to find that insert and cut that coupon. So for me, I'm only going to sit down and cut the coupons that were in these papers when I need them, when my shopping list tells me to cut them, when they correspond to something that I plan on buying. And if they don't correspond to something that I plan on buying, they're just going to stay in that accordion file folder until I do need them or until they expire. So for me, that saves a ton of time, because in terms of organization, it's going to take me maybe 30 seconds to sit here and write 517 on all these inserts, slowly kind of move them over, get them all filed. I'm done. I don't have to cut things. I don't have to clean anything out. I'm done. So each week in an accordion file folder, you're going to take everything that came in Sunday's paper and you're going to shove it all in one pocket together, and then everything for the next week right behind that. At some point, an accordion file folder usually has about 12, 13 pockets. So at some point it's full. Come in, find the oldest week that's in that file folder, take it out, and then put this week in its spot. So every week you're getting rid of one, you're putting one in. You're getting rid of one, you're putting one in. It's gonna be a very quick process, and you'll be very happy that you've done it. Now, I'm gonna give you another inside tip on how to tell what's good that's left in those file folders. So if you head to the coupon database that's on Southern Savers, and I was gonna put in a link, but if you head to the coupon database and you type in SS 517, now that's pretty recent, it's gonna show up a whole bunch of coupons. But let's say whatever you pulled out this week, you type in that week's date. So if the week you just got rid of was March 1st, and I'm just making up dates, I don't even know if that was a Sunday. Let's see, let's look back a few weeks. Let's say you pulled out, oh, March 1st was a Sunday. Look at how nice that was. Go to the database. We took out SS 301. It's going to return what's left. And if it doesn't return anything, then you know pretty much everything has expired. For me, typing in SS 301 just now, there are 7 coupons that are still available. And they all expire this coming week. So, or they all expire today, actually, looking at it, 6:01. Perfect time to get rid of March 1st, if that's what I wanted to do. So all I searched for was this, SS 301, which is the name of that insert in terms of how we keep it in the database. That would be exactly how you would want to see what was still good, or RP 301. That's going to tell you what was in the red plum. You kind of get the picture. That's a really quick way to see what's good or not good in the inserts before I just throw them away. If something is good, you want to keep it, go ahead and cut that one coupon. Don't hold on to an entire insert for one coupon. Cut that one coupon and put it wherever you keep your loose coupons. So in an accordion system, that's the other side of this. We have to have something that we keep loose coupons in. So maybe you have a coupon folder and you just have it organized by large locations in the store. You're gonna have refrigerated, frozen, dry goods, that kind of thing. I'm gonna just keep coupons that I found in the store in here. I'm gonna keep coupons that were left over from an old insert in here. Maybe coupons that I printed early and I just don't have anywhere to live. The whole pile on your desk thing doesn't work. So this is helping you with the pile. But I have to have somewhere just for the loose coupons. There's not going to be a ton in here. It's going to be fairly empty in the categories going through. So for me, I don't know if you can see in there, some of these have none, some have a few. It's really just the loose coupons. I don't want to spend time cutting all 120 coupons that came in Sunday's paper. That doesn't work for me. So that goes along with an accordion file folder system. We have to have somewhere loose somewhere for those loose coupons to live. So let's see. Some of you are saying that you're not seeing anything. I can see it, so I'm not quite sure. why it's missing. Are you, if you're, let's see. You can't see anything. Can you hear anything? I'll ask you that in chat just in case. For those that, let's see, maybe try reloading page or switching browsers. And see if that works. Okay, gotta love technology as we all get settled. Option number 2. Yes. Option number 2 would be to go with some kind of large category system. So that you've got, for me, it's this bag, and I have 3 coupon folders inside of it. Let's see if I can hold it to where you can actually see it. It's really tricky with a backwards kind of view on a camera. It's just 3 individual coupon folders. So I've got lots of categories if you wanted to go this route. And I'm not trying to put hundreds and hundreds of coupons in one file folder, little tiny coupon folder. That doesn't work to have 150 coupons in the middle of dry goods. Then how do you go through that? How do you even process 150 coupons in the middle of dry goods? You've got to keep going through that over and over again. So once you start to cut, we've got to go larger with a number of categories. That's why going with a bag system, I'm glad, yay. So for anyone that can't see, reload your browser or switch browsers. I'm glad it's working for you guys. So since you can now see, I'll show this to you again. This is a bag system with 3 just coupon folders, and their tops are permanently cut off so that you don't have to keep them open. The bag is really a reusable insulated lunch bag from Staples or Walmart. You can get them anywhere. So this will maybe cost about $10 to build. It's going to take a little bit more time. I'll go back over option 1, Tyrese, in just a second for those of you who kind of missed us. This system, I'm cutting the coupons that are in the inserts. I'm filing them away based on the category of where they are. I have more categories than I do in just a little old coupon folder. I've got 40 categories with 3 coupon folders. So I don't have to have frozen and dry goods. I can have it broken down even further. So to give you a screenshot of these, I've got baking and beverages and breads and canned and packaged, cereal, condiments. This is very tricky. And then you go back to the second row. So you can see lots of extra options. This particular one, I will confess, was given to me by someone who wanted to make these and sell them, and she charges $40. You can make this yourself for $10, but she did stick in subdividers. So if you wanted to get super, super organized, you could. So in the middle of dairy, for me, I have yogurt and cheese as subdividers. I don't always use them, but it is an option if you want tons of categories and you want to do option number 2. Now, option number 2 takes more time because now we're going to cut all the coupons in the insert. Whether we're going to use them or not, we're taking the time to cut them, and we're going to file them away. And that's going to take almost an hour on a normal Sunday to do. You'll also have to clean out all the ones that have expired that you never used. So option number 2 is a lot more time intensive. Option number 1, again, for Tyrese, is that you take these inserts, you write the date really huge on the front. So there's my 5/17, and you keep them whole. I don't cut this until the coupon is on my shopping list. So if I'm going to buy Wonderful Pistachios, that's the moment that I'm going to cut this coupon. But until then, it's just going to live in a file folder until my shopping list tells me to get it. And everything from one Sunday, so these are all my inserts from 5/17, they're all going in one file folder together. So option number 1 is no time, really. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to spend about 30 to 45 minutes cutting the coupons that correspond to my shopping list, but that's it. I'm not going to organize coupons on another day just because I want to. I am only going to sit down and deal with them before I go to the store and never any other time of the week. I kind of like it that way, which, as you guys noticed, for folks that were on, I'll show you this. I still had these in the mail flyer that they had come in because I'm literally not going to deal with them unless I go shopping, and I haven't gone shopping in a month. So I have 4 of these sitting on my table that need to be stuck in their folders. But if I'm not going shopping, I don't necessarily need to deal with it. And because we've taken a month off, you can do that when you have a nice stockpile and a very sweet church family bringing you lots of meals. That works. Now, option number 1 also, as I was saying earlier, needs something little. So maybe one of these little coupon folders to hold coupons that you printed early, that you found in the store, that you found on products, but it's only for those loose coupons. We don't want big old piles sitting around the house. So gotta have something to use with the big accordion file folder, hanging file folder, whatever you want to use. Gotta have something little to use with that big system. Let's see, to branch off on one quick question, Teray asks, will we have any coupon organizers at Becoming this year? It would be great if there was a class on making coupon organizers or a way to buy them at Becoming. I don't know that we try to not have a ton of things that are like extra that's on just out there to be on sale. So I don't know, but we could definitely talk about it. I always do a workshop kind of class, but I kind of also feel like I've done that enough over the past years. So we could kind of have something different. So I'll think about just plugging that into one of my sessions at Becoming, Teray. And for anyone else who has no clue what Becoming is a conference that is in Asheville once a year. This year it's July 31st and August 1st, and tickets are on sale now. So let me see if I can correctly put in a link for you since I failed on the last one. But if you head to becomingconf.com, you will see registration and all the stuff about the conference. It's a one-night conference overnight. We cover all sorts of things from painting and home decor to fashion to being frugal and couponing, and myself and a number of other bloggers are all the speakers. We have a lot of fun with it. So if you would like to join us, you can figure out how to do that there. It's super inexpensive. Okay, really fast, let me get a few more questions and we'll get to option 3 and then we'll jump into everyone else's questions on other things. How many dividers does my insert file folder have? I do not have a desk for mine right now, and the 7 dividers is what I currently have. So Brady, I kind of have 2 options. In the past, I've used a 13 pocket divider, which is like the 7, but definitely larger. And I would encourage you to get at least the 12 to 13, just accordion file rather than the 7, because most inserts expire at the 3-month mark. Just like I earlier put in the SS301 and showed you in the database how to see if they were expired. Well, that would be 3 months ago. And you'll notice what's left that's good expired today. So most coupons have a 3-month or less expiration date. So having that 12 pocket is going to give you 3 months worth of inserts. I have mine currently though in a hanging file folder drawer of my desk. So I've used both of those, but never less than the 12 pockets. And in the accordion hanging, in the hanging file folder, I have 12 pockets. So that is helping me not become a pack rat. I don't need to hold on to them past 3 months. So having extra pockets hanging isn't doing me any good. Just stick with the 12 or the 13. So if you have to leave at any point, Tyrese is asking, will the video be available afterwards? They are always available on YouTube. So under the Southern Savers account. You can always look there and find them. And I'm just chatting that to you in case you can't hear me or see me, Therese. That way you have the answer. Now, option 3, most of you already know this one. You've seen someone in the store with them, and you may already have one. And I don't have mine to display for you. I made one probably about 6 years ago that is in a bucket that I use to teach workshops for in the garage. But it's just a coupon, big old coupon organizer with baseball card sheets and dividers. You've seen folks with them in the grocery store if you don't already have one yourself. And this system is a time consumer. It is going to take you easy an hour and a half every single week, if not a lot longer on big weeks. So this past week, you got 3 inserts in the Sunday paper, plus you've got a ton that expired on May 31st. I can't even pull it up since May 31st has already passed, but just looking at June 1st, we have 50 that expired just today. May 31st, you would have had a ton. For me, their database deletes them after 5/31, so I can't even pull the number, but my guess would be it was around 500 to 600 coupons expired. You got to take those out of your coupon organizer, plus you're putting in new ones, so you're looking at more than an hour and a half, easy to get them all in there. It's a process, definitely. Folks go there because they want to get to the store and they don't want to miss a deal. They want to feel like, well, if I found a clearance deal, I would have the coupon right there and I could get to that coupon super fast. Well, here's an inside tip. Most grocery stores, if you buy an item today in the grocery store and you don't have a coupon for it, I can bring my receipt in tomorrow and I can bring the coupon in with my receipt tomorrow, and most grocery stores would take that coupon after the fact. So you could buy the clearance deal today, make a note to yourself of what I need to grab coupons for, and bring that receipt in the next time that we come with those coupons. They are not going to care and they are going to take them. You don't have to miss the deal, nor do I have to spend hours being prepared to get these random little deals that I may or may not get in the store. You could also just make a note of it and grab that item the next time you come in, because sometimes it's not a clearance deal. Sometimes it's just an unadvertised sale that's actually going to last for a few more weeks. I don't have to grab it today. I can wait and grab it another time. So you can play the game either way, but I'm not really going to miss out as you feel like you are. I'm just going to either bring the coupon later or grab the product later, but I still have the deal. Now, folks with the big coupon binders, their goal is to find every clearance deal in the store. So most of them also shop a lot longer. They're in a store to get all of those deals. They're going to do those aisles really slowly. A lot of them even organize their coupon binders based on the aisle, so that I turn the page and I'm on to another aisle. I turn the page, I'm on to another aisle. That's okay. And it's all about kind of how you like to work your system. For me, I have 5 kids. I have not ventured to take them all to a store yet, nor do I really, really want to right now. But even then, I never go to a store by myself. I always have somebody with me. I had a kid today who did double math lessons because she wants to go to the store with me on Wednesday. Okay, if you want time with mama, that is fine, but I am not going to spend 4 hours in a grocery store while kids follow me around, because that doesn't sound fun. So binder's out for me. It works for some people, but it's not going to work for most of us. A coupon binder is going to burn most people out. With a binder, if you are going to go there, you do still need to organize it by location or by aisle. So most folks have in a binder the basic binder itself plus dividers to separate it out by aisle or by locations, that you have baby, you have personal care, you have fridge and frozen, however you want to do it. And then you have all your baseball card sheets to hold your coupons. So you're going to need all of that to go with it. And if you're really, really going to do a binder, you're not going to listen to me, it must be a binder that zips up. So if you have just a regular 3-ring binder and it doesn't zip up, stop what you're doing and get one that zips. Because if you hold a binder upside down and it doesn't zip up, the coupons will fall right out the top of the little baseball card sheets that you've stuck them in. And you will cry because you spent 2 hours putting them in all of those little sheets. So don't do that. Make sure you have a binder that zips up. You'll be much, much happier. So that's the basics on organization. And one inside tip in all of that is that you can blend any of those systems. So for instance, I showed you this guy, which I have. And for me right now, I do keep my loose coupons in here. So this is a little excessive for just loose coupons. But it kind of works as I'm going in and out of the store because I can just haul it in like a purse. But I have friends who will go through an insert and they basically blend option 1 and 2. So just to give you that idea, I could take this insert, I can sit here and go through it and say, no, I'm not going to use that one. I have no desire for a product I don't even know what it is. Oh, $1 off Hidden Valley flavored ranch. I may actually use that coupon. They'll go through and cut the ones that they feel very strongly that they're going to use, and they will put those in a large category system. So I've cut a few out of here, put the few that I've cut in here. All the rest, this is going in to an accordion system whole, whatever's left. So kind of created a blend between two worlds. It's very easy to do. And then you maybe feel like you have more with you in the store. It's kind of whatever makes it work for you, and what makes you feel more organized as you're doing this. For me, it's all about time. I don't have a ton of time to give. I need to make this quick and easy so that I can print my shopping list, cut my coupons, and go to the store. And one last bit before we move to questions. I mentioned the database, but I'm going to plug in another link for you guys. One of the features of Southern Savers, if you have not done this, is that when you log in, the system not only is allowing you to save your shopping list, that's what the login was originally created for, but it can also remember your preferences. And so the link that I just stuck in there, if you head to the profile screen, you can enter what newspaper you get. You can enter what stores you like to shop at. And the newspaper part is the most important part, because if I tell it that I get the Tampa paper, then when I go to use my shopping list, I print my shopping list, it's only going to show me the coupons that were in this insert. It isn't going to show me coupons that I don't have on my shopping list. Now it will on the main site. So once I take that Publix list and I decide what I want to buy and I pull it to a shopping list, it is now my personal shopping list. So for me, under my profile screen, I've got the Tampa paper and the Atlanta Journal, because I mentioned earlier that all my red plums come from the Atlanta Journal. South Florida doesn't get red plum inserts. So this company, SundayCouponInserts.com, gets all of theirs from Atlanta, and these come really from the mail. They were mailed early out in Atlanta, but I've got to put both of those cities in so that my shopping list matches what was in my paper, in my inserts that I have. You can have multiple papers in there. If your city is not listed, pick a city that is either comparable to yours in size or near you. So maybe you live in Spartanburg, South Carolina, the Greenville paper is listed, you really have the same inserts. And another tip too would be, I'll read you these just so you can see. I don't need to list every city in America in the database because there's actually a lot of overflow. So this insert, this Smart Source insert that I've been showing you 1,000 times, is good in the Tampa Go Thursday, the Lutz News, the Land O'Lakes Laker, the Tampa Centro, the Tampa, the Crystal River Citrus County Chronicle. Y'all have some fun papers down in South Florida. The Palm Harbor North Pinellas Suncoast News. So really, if you get out your inserts and look at that spine, how do I get it there? It's going to list out all those cities. That's what all that text is. So find a city, hopefully, that's listed here that is in the database that matches yours, and you should be good to go. But just so you kind of make sure your profile is matched, and it's going to save you a ton of time. If you're doing my system, you're not cutting until you go to the store, and your shopping list completely matches your inserts. Think about that. That's why we did it. And it's a really fun feature to have, and one that we work really hard to do. And just a shout out to, because all of that data is done by volunteers that live in your city. So someone that lives in your area gets their inserts and sends us the regional variations every single week of what came in their paper. We couldn't do that without them. And then a shout out to my mama, because my mama enters all that data into the database for me. But that is how it's going to work on the back end. Now, let's jump back here. I'm going to go all the way to the front so I don't miss anybody's questions. Let's see. So an organizational question that Tawana had in the very beginning, where do I keep rain checks? So just to show you, because I use this system, this isn't necessarily going to be the answer that you want. But Tawana, because I'm using the bag system right now and I have more categories, I have a category for every single little store that I'm going to be in. So I'm going to keep the rain checks in here. If you don't have extra space, though, just have a section for the store in the back, or you have two options, really. You can either put them in by just a store section in the back, one pocket of a coupon folder, or put them in the category that the rain check existed in. And that I would hesitate to do on a rain check that's going to expire really, really soon. So like Kroger rain checks, for instance, expire in 14 days. I may not go back to that little category to see that it was there. I'm definitely going to find it in the store section more than I'm going to look under bread or cereal or something like that. But if I've got like a CVS rain check that never expires, sticking that in the category that it goes in, I'll come across it when I need that item, and I'll kind of remember that it's there. One other tip with rain checks too is that if you have a coupon that corresponds to that rain check, go ahead and staple those coupons to it so that you don't forget, because you've already cut the coupons. You were hoping to grab the item in the store. They're not in my big ol' insert anymore, in my big ol' accordion file folder. So go ahead and just staple them right to the rain check so that you don't forget to use them with the rain check. And there are some stores like Publix, for instance, that will take an expired rain check with, or sorry, not expired rain check, an expired coupon with a rain check. So if I went into Publix today and I wanted to buy something, it's Monday night, the sale ends tomorrow night, they don't have any more, I get a rain check, but maybe my coupon expired today. As long as the coupon was good the day the rain check was written in Publix, they will still take the coupon until the rain check expires. So I've got a whole nother month to use that coupon before the rain check expires, but I can't really use that coupon anywhere else. It's expired. So go ahead and staple it to the rain check so that you don't forget. So you don't want to throw them away. I want to remember and make sure that I'm using the coupon with the rain check instead of missing out on a deal. Hopefully that answers your question and then some, Tawana. Okay, I'm just gonna go down the list in questions, so we'll kind of be all over the board. Elizabeth says, we're hoping to buy a new gas grill ASAP. I've been waiting until right before Father's Day to see if there are any deals. Any other ideas on saving on this purchase? So sadly, Elizabeth, the worst month to buy a grill is in June. It's in May and June, really. And part of it is because that's when everybody wants them. So there aren't as big of deals on grills as there will be come September and October. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth in terms of grill land. To find a deal on a grill, though, because you are wanting one and obviously needing it fast, what I would ask is I would head to Lowe's or Home Depot, and I would see if they have any floor models that they're looking at getting rid of that are already put together, because there you're saving money. It's already put together. You don't have to do that yourself, and so you're saving time, but they'll also give you a discount. A lot of times the stores will even line these up outside with sale and clearance stickers on them, so checking for those and calling around to any other local places that you know of, like even our grocery stores, our Kroger's here will occasionally have grills that are in stock. They don't want to sell them forever. They sell them in a much shorter window than Lowe's and Home Depot, who kind of always have them in stock. So you can tend to find those on clearance too as they're trying to push them out the door. That's really, at this point, your only way to save is to find a clearance open box floor model, or to wait and maybe you get just a tiny little grill to get you through, you know, just one of those 20 bucks, we put it on top of a picnic table kind of grill to get us through. Really, really great deals in September and October when they're clearing out all grills to make room for Christmas, because they don't really have a grill section if you think about it come Christmas time. They've got a few, but they don't have much. They've really already gotten rid of them. That's the big time to grab them. Okay, Nan has a question on CVS. When it comes to using a CVS % off coupon and paying with an extra care buck, the % off keeps voiding out and I have to ask the cashier to re-enter it. I was told this evening that I cannot pay with an extra care buck when using a % off CVS coupon. but I know this isn't true. Any feedback? So Nan, this is an ongoing problem. You are totally always allowed to use an extra care buck. Yes, it voids out the % off coupon every time, but they can re-enter that % off coupon. And the solution really is that you're not gonna like this one, but this will make things a lot less of a headache for you, is to kind of know your math down to the dollar on things and to use the % off coupon last. It's not what I would normally recommend. I would love to say, you know, that they're going to tell you your total due is $4 and you're going to hand over $4 in extra care bucks and all is going to be happy with the world. But the minute they scan those $4 in extra care bucks, your 30% off coupon is going to come off and be voided out, and you're going to be back paying more unless they catch it. And you don't want to have to keep tabs on that either. So figuring out how much you're going to owe so that I can pay with my $10 in extra care bucks. The system's still going to think that I owe maybe $8 or $9, but then I'm going to hand my 20% off my entire purchase, or my 30% off deodorant, or whatever you have, hand those over last, so that it's not going to void them out and all is happy with the world. And that seems to be working for me every time. It's not the easiest way, but you're kind of putting the work on yourself rather than on the cashier, and it's not up to them to have to fix it. And that's how I would prefer it. So Brady says, where's the best place to buy appliances for your house, and when is the best time of the year to buy? So appliances, the best place is going to actually vary. It's going to be kind of whoever you can get the best deal from, Brady. But my big tip with appliances would be that you pit places against each other. So most of them will all do a 10% price match on appliances if they're lower somewhere else. So in other words, Home Depot puts an LG refrigerator on sale that you really, really wanted. I can walk into Lowe's if they sell the same fridge and say, hey, Home Depot has a better price, and Lowe's will match it. And some places will do a match plus 10% off. Sears in our neck of the woods was great about that. Sears always did a price match plus 10% off. Sadly, in my city, there are no more Searses left. They've all closed. And they are still online. So you could try and see if they'll do a price match online. I haven't tried that from Sears.com, but you can still buy all appliances and have them shipped from their website if you wanted to go that route with Sears. So it's pitting places against each other, always pitting against their delivery too, because some of them are still going to try to charge you for delivery. And you can basically say, well, I don't want to pay for delivery. And what can we do about that? And they'll end up knocking it off and making it free. So never pay for delivery. In terms of time of the year on appliances, most folks would say summer can be great because most people aren't making huge purchases in the middle of the summer. They're still trying to push their inventory. And the spring is also good. That's when a lot of folks are focusing on home renovations and big projects. What's not good for appliances tends to be in the fourth quarter. So October to December, that's not where people are focused, and that's not where stores are focusing their sales. So if a store is going to focus on their sales in the fourth quarter, it's going to be on small products, it's going to be on Christmas products, but it's not going to be on large appliances. So that first quarter in spring and sometimes third quarter, which is summer, is going to be best for you. In terms of that middle, I don't know, just that would be where I would hang on to. So February-ish, early March, and then June, July, August-ish, and not going much later. So you're there, Brady, if you can find the right deals. My favorite deals, again, we've gotten appliances twice for 2 different houses that had nothing in the past 13 years that my husband and I have been married. Both times we've ended up at Sears, both times using Sears 30% off sales, so watching for those 30% off sales, and then still doing price matches if the sale didn't get it down to exactly where we wanted to, never paying for delivery. And now if you can go through Sears, you'll earn, if you're part of the Shop Your Way Rewards Club, you'll earn points back, which are really equal to dollars off of other things in the store. So you can kind of double dip in that sense. And last but not least, Dave Ramsey wouldn't approve, but use a rewards credit card, pay it off. Don't we don't need to finance this, but use some kind of credit card that's going to earn me cash back, that's going to earn me points to stay for vacation rentals, whatever you're doing, to kind of double dip as far as you can with all of that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, back to Ray. Ray had a second question a while ago. Saving Stars, have they stopped the Friday freebie? I've been out of town the past couple of weeks and I've not seen them lately. You know, Ray, I have to confess, I haven't been working as hard as I normally do, and folks have been helping me out a lot. But I'm pretty sure that they have still been doing them. And it won't take me very long. So hold on, I can sit here and do a quick search and find that for you. Wait for the page to load, sorry. But there's a Saving Star category on Southern Savers, so you can always go there and hunt for it. I had not heard that they had stopped anything, so we'll see what it comes back and tells me here in a second. Brady asks, is CVS trying to switch to the cash cards instead of extra care bucks, or do you think both will continue? So Brady, they love to do this in the summer and in the winter. We see the cash card come in and out. Sorry, I was looking at the Saving Star answer since it finally loaded. In the summer and the winter, they run the cash cards, which is the buy 30 and get a $10 CVS gift card. In the winter, it won't even be CVS gift cards. It'll be, you can get Old Navy and Gap and a few other stores, and you get to pick. Some of them are gas station gift cards as well. But they come and go. So it's just for the time being. I like them personally because they don't expire. It's still worth $10, still at CVS, but I don't have to worry about remembering them all the time or even waiting for deals to grab, and they're cash. So as we were answering earlier about percentage off coupons, I don't even have to remember about or worry about the order of using them. It's just a gift card, and it doesn't void coupons. So in a sense, they're kind of nice, but they won't stick around forever. Now for the Saving Star question, I was hoping to find an easy answer for you. It looks like I could have not been tagged right in terms of putting items in, but the last post that I can find on a freebie was from 5/18. Let me see what I can find from last Friday. Yeah, it doesn't look like there was one last Friday. So we'll see. And I'll go on a hunt. And if anything, Teray, I'll email Saving Star, the contact that I have there, tomorrow morning and see what he says. So hopefully I can get you a direct answer as to what their plan is. A question about CVS with cash cards. Does the 98% rule still apply? If I meet the 98% rule and my receipt does not reflect that I've reached it, can I do the deal again? Or does my receipt only say that because I haven't met 100% of the deal requirement? In terms of the cash card, that's a really great question, Judy. I have not tested that recently, so I don't want to tell you an answer that is wrong. Cash cards are not run entirely on the extra care box system, but they do still print, in a sense, a reward. So it's not like when I'm at Target, if you think about Target and you buy a gift card deal, the computer prompts the cashier to get out the gift card. With CVS, they're actually a little more old school. And when you hit the target, the system prints out what looks like an extra care buck, but says cash card, $10 gift card. They have to scan that and then activate the gift card. So my thinking and what has happened in the past, and this is why I'm saying I haven't tested it recently, is that yes, the 98% rule does still apply on cash gift cards. You don't have to fully buy all of the products. Brady was saying that for him, the rule did still apply as well, which is great. If your receipt doesn't say you've not met it, that's why. It's still showing, oh, you need $1.50 to buy this. Then I wouldn't run out and buy a second one, but if you wanted to try, you could. It's very simple to just return the items if you don't get the gift card a second time. But sometimes, yes, playing the 98% rule game can make that offer limit reach at the bottom a little more vague and harder to follow. So you just need to kind of stick with what the limit is, or be willing to test it and be willing to return the items if you didn't. Brady was saying the cashier said there wasn't really a limit as long as you kept meeting the threshold. Now, I want to say, in terms of these gift card deals, if they are large numbers of participating items, a lot of times the fine print in the ad will say a limit of 5 per card per week. And I'm trying to pull up the ad now to look at the fine print. It'll take a minute for the entire ad to load, but we'll read the fine print and see. In the past, all gift card deals have been a limit of 5, and that's even in the winter time too. So when they run the multiple, you can get a gas station, you can get a CVS. You got to be careful and not go past that 5-time mark for all of those. So let's see. Yeah, so like next week, they're running it on over 100 participating items. There are some limits on individual items. Here's the fine print. Technically, it says in this fine print for next week, limit of one $10 CVS cash card per cardholder per week while supplies last. But if the cashier is telling Brady and other folks that you can get as many as you'd like, then maybe you want to try it. Just be ready to return them if you didn't want them in the end. But hopefully it'll work for you, Judy. And maybe you don't use the cash card to pay for the second one just to test it this week. And then you at least know what's going to happen in future weeks. They are going to continue running them probably, my guess is through July. That's what we saw last year. So Tashika asks, how often do we do these hangouts? Tashika, pretty much every Monday night. I usually will take one Monday a month off randomly, but I don't have plans to take any off in the near future because I took a couple off in May. So every Monday night, 8:30 to 9:30, we are here and we cover pretty much anything that you guys want to cover. That's the goal. Brady has another CVS question. So really quick to cover what he mean, or what we mean by early activation. So with early activation at CVS, can you combine the 2 weeks items in the cash card as long as you meet the threshold? So early activation is that at a CVS that doesn't close, they will start tomorrow's ad early. So, sorry. And I said that wrong. It is a CVS that closes. So this does not work in a CVS that does not close. If I have a CVS that is not a 24-hour store, so they close at 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday night, then they will start Sunday's ad early. And most of them start by 6 p.m., but some of them start them even earlier. So you just need to ask your store, when do you flip the switch and turn on tomorrow's ads? And the fun part about early activation is that today's ad is actually still running. So it's Saturday evening at 6 p.m. I can shop Saturday's ad and Sunday's ad at the same time on the same trip. So how does that play in with the cash gift card? And that is another really good question, Brady. I want to say it is not going to add them up together. It's going to add them up separately. I'm looking though. Nowhere on the cash gift card deal do I see what they would use to trigger a rain check, and that's where you would be able to tell. So you got to kind of study your ad. I'm trying to quickly study this one for you. Let me see. You'll notice under every extra care buck deal a series of numbers that are in parentheses. So if I'm studying my ad and I see that series of numbers in parentheses and I notice next week the same number in the same parenthesis, that deal's the same deal. I actually can't do it again. It helps you to kind of know, whoa, why am I seeing this deal again? It's because it's a repeat. I can't repeat it if it's the exact same number. Looking at this gift card deal, and I'm looking at next week's ad right now, I don't see any numbers on the gift card deal to even have kind of any clue as to how the system's going to ring it up. My guess is, though, that these participating products are going to change every week. So to go in and hope that they're all going to add up together for one gift card on a Saturday night may really be tricky, because they're going to be different participating products from one week to another. And I don't think in the end you're going to be really happy with that when it doesn't add them together. I don't know. I wish I could give you a better answer, Brady, but I don't want to tell you wrong and then it not work for you in the end. Y'all are kind of making me want to just go to CVS and buy a whole bunch of stuff and test it for you this week. But I'm not 100% sure as to how they're working these. And the problem is because they only run them twice a year, and this is week number 1 of them, really, it's hard to know if they've changed anything policy-wise or how things are working. So, I mean, a lot of these things definitely say offer only valid 6/7 through 6/13. That's next week's ad. I'm still waiting on this week's ad to pull up. It's slower, humorously, than next week's. I would just test it, Brady. And honestly, I would test it in a really small way. So because I don't have to buy these in the same transaction, what I would do is head in and buy something really, really tiny. So head in and buy a really inexpensive product. Let me look at the ad and see what I can tell you is the cheapest thing. Like individual candies, for instance. If you buy one, you get Skittles for 25 cents. There's even a coupon coming in the Sunday paper for Skittles. So buy 2 Skittles and buy something from this week. So I've spent maybe $1.25 on next week. I spent hopefully less than $1 on this week, Brady, and let's see what it does in the end. So I'm not testing this with $10 and $10. I'm testing it with $1.25 and $1.50 to see whether it's adding that up as $2.75 or does it have it in 2 buckets. And you're going to know really quick just based on a little tiny purchase. And then you get to eat the Skittles. It's not really that bad in life. But that way you're not hurting yourself either if it doesn't combine them on a Saturday night. Therese asked a question on Eggland's Best and finding Eggland's Best eggs coupons. The best way to find them, they are in the Sunday papers from time to time, so you can check the coupon database to see when the last time that they were out was. But you can also find them really easily by calling the company. They're really great about sending coupons. So if you like their eggs and you're buying them on a regular basis, that's one where I would just get in the habit of calling them quarterly, every couple months. Hey, can you send me some coupons? I really love your product. They'll send you some. They don't always keep tabs of who they've sent coupons to and who they haven't. Is it more expensive to buy the inserts in the mail? I'm spending $4 a week minimum on 2 papers for the Tennessean, but finding that I may not be using all of them. And I also do not usually get to a store on Sundays to remember to buy them. Brady, for me, from Sunday coupon inserts, they come out to about $3 a week. And you are charged based on the number of inserts. So if the paper had 2 inserts, it's cheaper that week than if it had 3. And it's going to vary. They do have their prices listed, so you kind of see how it breaks out for 4. What's actually cheaper, though, is to get more than 4. So if you've got a friend doing this, this is the biggest way to save. Sunday coupon inserts, for instance, because I use them, that's the one that I know the best. They have a 10 insert subscription. You don't need 10 papers. Don't get 10 papers. But if I have a friend doing this, I can get 10 sets of inserts. It's the same shipping. All goes in a flat rate priority mailer. But I get a better price. And now my friend and I can split that, or 3 friends. And 2 of us, 3 of us together, we're going to get a much better price to do that. And and have it closer to the $2 mark than the $3 mark by doing that. I just get the 4 insert set. I don't split it with anyone. Sometimes I give my mom some, or you know, a friend one set of them, but I tend lately to keep all 4 of them for diaper coupons, if anything else. So Judy has a question about early activation at CVS. Since we were talking about that for a while, do I have success with this? Last time I tried it, some of the items were on sale for different prices and extra care bucks for the 2 separate weeks. And the computer defaulted to the current week's sale prices and extra care bucks, and it was a big confusing mess. It can be, yes, if you have overlap on products. So this week, Revlon is on sale with an extra care buck, and next week, Revlon is on sale with an extra care buck. It will default to the current week's sale. The fun part, though, Judy, and you just have to kind of get really good at watching the overlaps, is when they're on sale one week and they have an extra care buck the second week. So for instance, if I went in this coming Saturday night, and I'm making this up, so please don't try to do this, but I went in this coming Saturday night and Revlon was on sale this week, buy one, get one half off. Next week, buy $15 and get a $5 extra care buck. That's gonna pair in. I'm actually gonna get it on sale with an extra care buck. It's still gonna be a mess because you're gonna need to remember that it's on sale. So I've gotta buy $15, but I actually have to buy a little bit more than just the full price, $15, because it's not full price. So you have to make sure you've done your math out in your head. But there is some fun overlap, and then there is frustrating overlap. Remembering that anytime an extra care buck is offered, it always defaults to the current week, not the next week. So if next week's extra care buck is a better extra care buck deal than this week's, I don't really want to do that on a Saturday night. You can try to split your transactions up into what is tonight and what is tomorrow night and see if the cashier will be sweet enough to help you with that. But they have to really know their stuff to be able to do that. They can do it though. So if you use the codes that are in the next week's weekly ad, which they have behind the counter, if they're willing to do that for you, they can key in next week's extra care buck code to generate next week's extra care buck instead of tonight's extra care buck. But you're gonna have to know that cashier really good for them to want to even put in that time to do that. So I would just keep track of more what has a sale and an extra care buck next week. Those are the really great things to overlap on. But there isn't always a ton that overlaps. It's usually going to be cosmetics that are going to cause you the biggest headache, because cosmetics are always on sale, like the whole cosmetic aisle. The other sections aren't usually going to be a big headache for you. We don't see the same shampoo deals every week and the same detergent deals every week. It's really just the cosmetic sales that are going to catch you a lot. Let's see. I'm going to try to get to everyone's questions. We have a lot tonight. I just guess I gave too long of answers. So Teray says, I have the State as my newspaper, and when I look for certain coupons on the grocery list, they're not there. What am I doing wrong? So you know that it's in your paper, Teray, and you're not seeing it in your matchups. Let me look and make sure. I can check and see how often the State's updated. I think we have someone regularly doing it. Yep, it's very updated. If it's missing things, Teray, what I would love is for you to do 2 things. One, email me if you see something where you're like, no, I have this coupon, it was in my paper, so that I can see whether it's a computer database issue or maybe a volunteer regional issue. So maybe the volunteer who went through the insert missed it, which I have to hope that they do their best job. But if it's a data issue, then you pointing those out to me is going to be a really huge help for us to figure out what's going on the back end computer-wise. So if you do ever see it happen, shoot me an email and just say, hey, this is Teray and it happened and these are the coupons, and I will go digging to see where the problem came in. Occasionally, if you're super ahead of me, the problem can come in like today, for instance, it's Monday. We got a whole new set of coupons yesterday. They have not necessarily been entered for the state paper for yesterday. So right now, your shopping list is going to show all the coupons that came in yesterday's paper as being valid, because we haven't gone in to tell them that they aren't valid. We haven't entered them into the database. And I was telling you, that's my mom's job. She works on that here and there and slowly gets all those papers in. Right now, I think it's 44 papers. So it takes her a little bit to get all of them entered in. Monday and Tuesday, there can be some discrepancies on the most current inserts, but we're always caught up each week. So I don't know if that might be the problem, but I have a feeling it could be something else. So shoot me the ones that are wrong so we can figure it out. Okay, I think, can I use the new Schick razor coupon with the Schick free shave cream coupon? Can you combine them together? It's going to depend on your store and on how those coupons are coded. And the hardest part is that you're not going to know until you get to a store, until someone scans them. So for instance, what you're talking about is there was a coupon for, these are printable coupons that came out today on coupons.com. And one of them is for a free Edge Skin Tint or Schick Hydro Shave Gel when you buy a Schick refill or disposable razor, excluding the 2 counts. Plus, we got new like $7 off 2 disposable razor coupons. It's highly possible that yes, those can be used together, Melissa, but you're really gonna have to test it out and whether or not the computer beeps. Schick is not a brand that's known for forcing 2 products on a buy one get one. Procter & Gamble is. So for instance, if you had a Procter & Gamble coupon that said a free styler when you buy a shampoo or a conditioner, we get those from time to time, and you had a coupon for $1 off Pantene, and you thought, well, I'm gonna use 2 $1 off coupons, one for the styler, one for the shampoo, and I'm gonna use the free styler when I buy a shampoo. It's not going to work. It is that free styler has already been attached to the coupon. It's not going to take another $1 off. On the Schick, if you tried to use the free Edge and then coupons on the Schick razors, you should be okay. Because the free Edge coupon is the one that's covered. That's the product that is coming off on the free coupon. But if the free coupon is coded to look for those razors too, it will beep and it will tell you didn't buy enough products. So it's just going to be figuring out how the manufacturer coded the coupon. There's no real way to know until you get to the store and try it. Okay, let's see. So Judy has a question about sales cycles, and then we'll jump out here in a minute. Are there particular items like pasta, peanut butter, etc., on sale every 6 weeks, or is it specific brands? And how should I plan if I only like Jif peanut butter? That's a really good question. So a lot of times it's actually just the product. So we see peanut butter on sale every 6 weeks, not necessarily Jif peanut butter. But what you can do is use the item search that is on Southern Savers, and I'll put in the link for you here. Use the item search. Make sure as well, like I shared the profile screen earlier, make sure you go through and enter what stores you shop at, Judy. So if you're, a Publix only kind of shopper, I can go in and say, you know what, I only want it to tell me Publix data, so set that in your profile. But type in Jif and use the back date. So look at like back to April 1st, setting your profile to only have one store. So I'm going to try to see how quickly I can do this for you. For me, if I go, I'm going to set it just to Publix, update it. I'm going to search Publix data for the last, we'll even go 3 months on Jif. From March 1st until today, how often has Jif been on sale at Publix? Let's see. And in the last 3 months, didn't say what I was like, it keeps showing me everything. It didn't like my password. Let's see if I can make it happy and get it to be correct. It returned a whole bunch of data there. So in the last 3 months, Jif hasn't been on sale at all, but is going to be on sale this coming week, if that makes you happy. So that's almost 12 weeks we haven't seen Jif on sale. If you have a brand loyalty that is that specific, you have 2 options. One is that I shop more than one store. So I don't necessarily just look at Publix deals. I'm going to look at Publix and Buy Low. And if Jif is buy one, get one at Buy Low, I'm going to run to Buy Low to grab it that week. I'm also, option 2 is that I'm going to buy more than a 6-week sale cycle. I would probably say 12 weeks is usually a happy number on a lot of sales. Trying to go back. Yes, and I wish I could almost show you this. So the last time Jif was on sale in Publix was the week of February 25th through March 3rd. And now Jif is back on sale June 3rd through June 9th. So it's been exactly 12 weeks. Jif is coming back on sale again. So it's almost shopping like a double sales cycle for a very specific brand loyalty. And another one, Judy, is if you had a brand loyalty, Jif is a good example in that it's a huge brand name. But if you have a brand loyalty that's not a huge brand name, the sales cycle is even longer. So like I love Vitatop Vita Muffins, but I'm not going to see Vitatop on sale incredibly frequently. It's a tiny brand. Hasn't been on sale since March 14th currently. But you can use the item search to help you figure that out. How long has it been since the last sale? And how often are past sales? So maybe I put in a date way, way back so that I can see how often we're really seeing these sales on a regular basis. Use that. It's historical data. It's right there for you. It's a fun feature of the item search, but you're going to have to either shop multiple stores or stock up. How often does CVS do Pampers deals? I've been defaulting to Huggies because I see them so often. Do they have a 4-week cycle like Huggies and I'm missing them? Yes. So Pampers are on sale once a month. Huggies are on sale once a month. And you may be missing them, Brady, because they're not always that great. So this month we may see Pampers buy 30 and get 10. And next week we see Pampers buy 20 and get 5. And I hate those deals. They're just not as much fun as the buy 30 and get 10. So it may be that you're kind of missing them just because they don't seem that great on the off months. But usually with Pampers, every other month we see it buy 30 and get 10. And with Huggies, we see the same thing. So it's not every month the buy 30, but it's usually every other month. Again, you could play with the item search on that one too and plug in maybe CVS and Walgreens. Like I'm willing to follow 2 stores. Play with the item search, change your profile to just be those 2 stores, type in Pampers and get a feel for the last 4 months. How often are we seeing them? It's going to help you to be able to spot when those weeks are going to jump back in. And I'll give you a hint. A lot of times the weeks that Pampers are on sale follow the week that we got a Procter & Gamble insert. So this week Pampers is on sale at CVS. We got a Procter & Gamble insert in yesterday's paper. And that all the drugstores tend to do that because they know when Procter & Gamble inserts are coming out, they tend to push all the Procter & Gamble products right afterwards because they're playing off the fact that so many people get their inserts and run to the store. And they know they can do that. So those are going to be your big weeks to grab those items. Okay, we got through most questions. I kind of went really fast in skimming, so I may have missed someone else's. If I didn't get there, oh, I see one more. We'll go there, and then we'll stop. When is the best time to sit and put my shopping list together for stores that run Sunday to Saturday and stores that run midweek? It's going to depend on you, Tashika. For me, I would at least go and print the coupons when the ad goes up. So drugstore ads on Southern Savers go up on Thursdays. Head there and at least print any coupons that you want so that you have them in case they go away. And then I go ahead and pull my shopping list whenever I feel like it. At least I have the printable coupons. That's the big part. For most of my trips, I tend to do them all on the same day. I don't head to CVS on Sunday. I do all of my shopping on Wednesdays. So I'm getting most of my lists together on Tuesdays. I get my inserts on Mondays in the mail, and that just tends to work for me. So that part's gonna depend on you. The big part is the printable coupons. So drugstores go up on Thursdays. Most grocery store ads go up on Mondays or Tuesdays. so that you're just heading there, you're grabbing your Publix ad that went up on Monday afternoon, printing any coupons that correspond to that ad. I'll give you a tip for Winn-Dixie, Tashika. I don't get the Winn-Dixie ad up usually until Wednesday morning because the person that helps me with it just doesn't get it done as fast as other people get their stores done. But the Winn-Dixie ad and the Buy Low ad are usually mirror images of each other. So pull up the Buy Low ad on Southern Savers and print any printable coupons from that ad that you want to use. The same exact things are going to be on sale in the Winn-Dixie ad when it posts on Wednesday morning. So you're not going to be behind on any printable coupons that you may have wanted to grab. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I'm catching. New printable coupons are not the same as those in the weekly papers. So I think what you mean is so when I'm saying like make sure you're getting printable coupons from shopping lists, I guess. Weekly insert coupons, this guy says Red Plum. It is not the same as what is on redplum.com. Smart Source ones are not what's on smartsource.com. So I've got to kind of keep tabs on all of them. But I want to grab my printable coupons from those printable sites. These guys are not going to ever have a printable link on your shopping list. I think that's what you're meaning, Tyrese. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, we're going to go ahead and call it for the night. We went a little over. We'll be back next Monday night at 8:30. And someone recommended last week that we try to cover stores. So my plan for next week is that we're going to talk savings tips at Publix, Kroger, and Walmart. And then any questions that you have. And then the week after that, we're going to cover 3 more stores. If you don't have those stores, that's okay, because a lot of the savings tips for some of they're going to kind of overlap, talking about apps and just store policies and how buy one get ones work and whatnot, just store-wise. So next week, again, Publix, Kroger, Walmart. We just did the drugstores on previous weeks. So hopefully that will help folks. I'm always open to wherever you want to go with kind of the teaching time of the Q&A session. So feel free to email me as well if you have any other ideas as to what we can cover. Because after you've done enough of these, you kind of start running out of ideas, and I'm open to pretty much anything. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and I hope I got to most of your questions. And sorry I had to leave some of them with a I don't know, but I'll try to get to CVS this week and just test everything that y'all stumped me with so that we can figure it all out. But I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see y'all next week. Have a good night.